Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we got a little update video on the Alpina part 4. So it takes loads of time and patience. Not complaining, just saying. So what have we done? We basically we finished last time with a well, I left the wiring, windows in and doors. So what do we got now? We're gonna do a walk around, and I'm gonna explain you bit by bit what's happened so far. And to be honest, like when I bought a car, I was like, surely I'm not gonna go that far, but it's literally bare chassis. So let's go have a look. So you saw we took the windows out. We took the whole wiring out except the main wire. I was like sort of putting wire on the side, but then I thought, you know what, I've never seen sandblasting, so I thought it's gonna be just a bit, but when sort of chassis gets sandblasted, it's a lot of mess. So I didn't want the wiring to be damaged, so I took the whole lot out. And as I said, there is only one, the main positive cable, which goes to the battery at the back. I couldn't pull it out from underneath for some reason. I don't know, it was sealed in or something, but I thought that can stay in. But literally, apart from that, everything else is out, as you can see. So windows out, doors out, literally bare chassis. As you saw also, we didn't sandblast the whole car. We literally sandblasted rust spots, I would say. The worst bit is over there. And that side, well, that side is accessible from underneath. And the main part is at the back. When it's sandblasted, turns out where the spare wheel sits, there is a hole, and the whole tray is rusted, sort of like about to rust through completely. So let me show you what needs changing. At the back, as I said, the whole tray needs to come out, because this side is about to rust through. I pushed, previous repairers, they sort of, I think, glued the middle bit in. I sort of pushed it in and it fell out. So I was like, you know what, we made sandblasted the whole thing, and I realized, well, that's where you can see all these slight rust spots. That's like maybe a millimeter, less than a millimeter thick metal, so whole tray needs to come out. Also, the battery tray needs replacing. As you can see, one side piece is already punched out. Were the original weld spots, and we're also finding finding a rust is hidden between, well, behind the mastic. That's another problem for some reason. So ideally we need to take off, well, scrape most of it off to see what's actually hiding behind the mastic. That's the sort of big issue at the moment. I'm struggling because, for example, this piece, it's all solid, but you got a rust there. There is a small hole behind, well, as you see, but the rest of the pieces seem to be solid. But I can see through the holes inside here there is a slight rust, unless I try to kill the rust with some rust killers or something like that and leave it untouched, you know, but it's a 50-50 chance as well. I don't know what to do with that as well. For example, this piece I bought brand new, literally goes from here to there, so that's pretty much easy to take it off because spare wheel tray comes off anyway. What else? Obviously I told about the battery tray. So rest is like, as long as I kill the rust, all the corners, and rust treated it, like do everything to prevent the rust, let's say for another 20-30 years, what depends what condition she's gonna live in. But the rest of on the top, it seems to be solid. That arch is all right. We didn't know what's gonna hide behind the paint, so I told the sandblaster sort of blast it, let's say halfway, and see what's behind the paint. So there was a slight sort of rust there, but it's literally nothing comparing to other side. As you know, this arch on the bottom, that's quite common anyway. That's going to be cut out and welded. The side skirt itself on the, well, because it's left-hand drive, on the driver's side is alright, but the passenger side, literally whole bottom needs cutting and welding out. So on this side is much worse. So as you can see, this arch is rusted through, and obviously there is a filler marks. So whoever done the previous job, they sort of fillered on top and sprayed it. You can clearly see there is a, I wouldn't say big layer, but there is sort of, it hasn't been cut and welded. So this is the cheapest bodge job you can do, which are sort of, for a car like that, well, I mean, any banger, yeah, but come on, end of the day, this is like, it's gonna come back sooner or later anyway, so I can't see the reason why they've done it. So this whole section probably from here along there needs cutting out, and obviously at the bottom of the arch, that's the same stuff as the other side. And the side skirt itself on the top, this probably is minor, I would say, but the main thing underneath literally all rusted through. So the cover which goes on the bottom, it's all rusted through, so the whole side skirt needs replacing. But the facial side, you can see there is not much, everything seems to be alright. So what's inside, as you see, that's the cable I was talking about, that's untouched. Nothing major, nothing really wrong inside apart from these drain holes. This side, I think this is the main bit which needs cutting out and re-welding. For example, this, I don't really fancy to cut it out. I think kill the rust, because there is still signs of the rust and sort of carbon filler. I don't know, I'm in two minds. Let me know in comments below what you would do with it, because for example, as you see, it's sort of rust there, but it's still sort of solid. Obviously this side, it's rusted through, I would say, but let's say, would you put some sort of a carbon filler and leave it as long as you kill the rust, or you would cut it out and, let's say, re-weld it in? I don't know, because obviously I want original look as possible. I know that's probably not, it's going to be hidden behind a carpet, you're not going to see it anyway, but you know, if you do it once, do it properly. I don't know, it's just, I'm very fussy with these things. And the final thing, the front end, which as I said, no big deal. These sort of edges needs cutting out, that needs replacing. What else? Same as the other side, just the edge needs cutting out and welded in. The rail, obviously I'm gonna replace these bits. These are both brand new. Radiator holders. And as I said, just the bit in the front, it's sort of where the ECU box sits. This bit, sort of maybe cut out like that and welded in. This rust reed is still solid, as long as I kill the rust again. And this bit probably needs cutting out like that and welded in. And yeah, obviously last bit is same as that side, but you can access from sort of wheel arch, cut and weld this piece right here. And yeah, that's about it. Not roof wise, no issues there, and pretty much it, you know. I mean, probably it sounds no big deal, but it takes, to be honest, a lot of time. And well, how long I own it? Maybe 3-4 months. Well, I've been stripping, I would say 1 whole week if you're doing it alone, like proper stripping. Maybe less, you know, like maybe if you would work 12 hours a day non-stop ish, then obviously you would do it maybe in 2 days, a day or so. But I took like slowly, coming backs and forwards, you know, working on customer vehicles, then coming back again. Yeah, as I said, it takes loads and loads of time, but it doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. If it takes me a year, 2, 3, as long as I'm happy with the result, I think everyone's gonna be happy with it. But this is the proper, I would say, restoration. It's not your sort of fresh up restoration, how I don't know how else you would call it, but come on guys, this is a completely bare chassis. I need to put a whole wiring in. You've seen the wiring, it's sort of, I barely could lift it. I need to put everything back together, like all the clips and bolts and like you name it, everything must be in their own places. So put it. Let's say this is gonna be resprayed, everything's ready. What I'm gonna do? Probably gonna line up three of breakers, and literally gonna take the part, putting it on, and sort of checking where every single clip, even zip tie, goes on. Because last thing, well, I want this all sort of looking genuine from factory, and there is one guy who's gonna help me out. I'm gonna introduce you afterwards when the interior is gonna go back together. He's very fussy with stuff like that. He's gonna, well, I asked him, would you help me out? He's like said, no problems whatsoever. So that's probably gonna take much quicker to do it, but till then, it's a very long process. So I don't know, this cutting and welding thing probably gonna take, well, my mate's doing it, he's sort of on weekend base after work maybe. It's gonna take maybe a month or so, maybe a bit more, and then hopefully by end of the summer it's gonna be resprayed, but we will see. I thought it's maybe respraying soon, will be resprayed soon, but we just got at this stage only, which obviously took a while. As I said, I'm not working constantly on it, but it's sort of backs and forwards, but it's getting slowly it's getting there. So yeah, that's the thing, what's happening at the 777 garage. So yeah guys, this was a part 4 update for you, and now you see on what stage we are at now. And leave the comments below if you think, what would you personally do things differently. Let's say something to the regards with cutting and welding. Maybe you would just cut the, let's say, because we're replacing the whole tray as from factory where the original spot welds are, but maybe you would say, I don't know, don't waste time on that, just cut it sort of on the edge and weld it on and grind it off. Like, let me know in comments below what would you do differently, because obviously that would help to move things faster, to be honest. But as long as you sort of sure you would do that in my place, you know. But yeah, this is sort of long project, which, as I said, going forward, and it's a proper restoration. So it's not your back three sort of 5-day restoration project. It's literally gonna probably take a year or two, you know. But end of the day, result will be spot on. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and leave the comments below, see what you think, and I'll see you next time.